Hey there, thank you for joining me. Today I'm discussing if veterans make more money than non veterans. If you're new here, please click subscribe. Now let's get started. All right, so there's a lot of reasons to initially believe that veterans are making more money than non veterans in the civilian workforce. And this is because when we think of military veterans, most people think of structured, disciplined, and motivated workers, which personally I think for the most part is true. However, I believe that some employers might still have a stigma against veterans, especially war veterans that could be suffering from mental issues, and the assumption that veterans cannot work outside of a rigid, structured environment. Also, there's the fact that there's over 30,000 homeless veterans currently. Well, that begs the question, are veterans really making more money? Thankfully, many studies have been conducted to answer just this question. For example, a couple of years ago, an attorney firm in Florida analyzed data from the University of Minnesota and determined that veterans were earning 20% more money compared to non veterans. The average American salary then was just over $54,000 a year for those who never served in the military. And the veterans averaged much better than that, earning about $65,000 a year. And not just that, but veterans actually earned more as they got older. The average pay for veterans jumped from about $38,000 a year for those in their 20s to more than $60,000 a year annually for the veterans that were in their 30s. Overall, civilians earned about $10,000 less per year in each age group. Now, there are certain states where veterans earn even more than that. The top 5 locations for veterans to earn the most were Washington, D.C., Connecticut, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Michigan, surprisingly. However, there are some job occupations where the non veterans earned a lot more than the veterans, and these careers included doctors, surgeons, judges, lawyers, and the information technology sector. Even though there are veterans in these type of jobs, they did not quite make as much. Another example is the Pew Research Center conducted a study about 4 years ago and determined the median annual income for veteran households was about $88,000 a year. And that's compared to roughly $76,000 a year for non-veteran households. This is a difference of more than $12,000. They also discovered that the poverty rate for non-veteran households was over 6% higher than the rate for veteran households. I believe there are some strong factors in the military that help provide that boost to veterans to become more successful. The first thing is the GI Bill, which helps you earn a degree with no debt. Many older civilian employees are struggling with student debt. You'd be surprised people in their 40s and their 50s are still holding on to $10,000 or more in student debt. Also, the military has been investing more into the internship programs for transitioning soldiers. And this can place you at Starbucks or Amazon or one of the other Fortune 500 companies where you can go for 3 or 6 months and actually do the job on an intern basis. And afterwards, a lot of these companies will hire you. Another reason, like I mentioned earlier, many soldiers have a sense of discipline and persistence. And those are amazing qualities for any future employee. One last factor is if a person enters the civilian workforce with a military pension, well, that provides even more security and income, which can help them become more successful. Now, in my experience, I think the Army helped me become an organized and disciplined person, which carried over to the jobs that I've had after the military. You will find outside the military that a lot of employees are satisfied with just accomplishing the bare minimum. Always hold yourself to a higher standard. Well, that wraps up the video on do veterans make more money? If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. If you like this video, please click like and the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.